Hello, hello, hello. I'm a Sambi, cyborg bear on the internet. Welcome in. I unfortunately was not able to test out the Ubuntu Studio yesterday. I kinda went to sleep early and didn't really get up too early today. So yeah, I still need to see if because nothing is like in place for me to just start using the Ubuntu Studio stuffies, I kind of have to dedicate a specific time frame to test stuff out. I definitely need to export all the scenes I have on this PC basically to make sure that I can actually export all of that stuff. So yeah, we'll see if there's like um, a time frame like this evening where I can try that out. And yeah, I hope we can just fix everything by using a different Ubuntu basically, which is optimized for streaming. Mm. But yeah, we are having a regular normal Saturday today, uh, where we will try out a Zachtronics game. Basically, I've seen Jay play a lot of what was it called, Kaizen, which is sort of from the developers from Zachtronics, but is not as deep, or not as deep, but it's not as complicated. It's more for the broader audience, I suppose. At least that's what I kind of grasped from how the game is structured and stuff. It has like this story to follow, where the story is kind of more in the foreground. And the only Zachtronics games I have played are Shenzhen IO and Last Call BBS, which are very much like not even developer, but very much tech, like very tech savvy. Like if you are a developer, you don't necessarily immediately get into the like, for example, Shenzhen IO is kind of like Shenzhen IO is basically chipsets, put chipsets together basically, which you can argue that that's some kind of development, but it's not software but hardware development. So IT development can see themselves in Shenzhen IO, and the last call BBS is for like old school. It's old school nerdium basically. Like there's basically you log into a the quote unquote story is you log into an old machine, an old PC that was specifically made for using a specific network where you can get like specific game software basically. So that's that's the options here. I will basically try. I have decided just now to try both games. I will assign a about 1 hour time block for each game, and yeah, we will just dive in to test it out a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll dive in to test it out a little bit so that I can see if puzzle games on stream are a good idea for me. Because I tend, if I have to actually think about stuff, I tend to go silent. Like if I really need to figure stuff out and focus, I tend to go silent. Which genuinely I'm usually like on stream. I can obviously talk a lot. Like that's like I have the focused task of talking. So that's fine. Like that's totally manageable for me. But my usual like day, I don't talk too much. Like I don't like when I'm at work, like when I'm working, I talk in meetings sometimes. Like most meetings are not meetings where I talk, actually. Like I don't need to talk too much usually. And when it comes to like my general life, I don't talk out loud to myself. Like that's I don't do that. I do have like the inner monologue thingy, which uh depends on if I am focusing on something. But I don't really like use my voice box, so to speak, my uh how do you call it in English? The in German they're called the Stimmbänder. Uh like the thingy in your throat that makes your voice, like that sort of thing. Like I don't usually use that as much. Like streaming is the time where I use that organ the most. And yeah, I kind of I kind of go silent when I try to think in general. I go silent when I try to think. And it's yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see if like that kind of game actually works for me. If I can talk without like going into too much of a thinking deficit. Because like generating sentences is hard for my brain. It's not easy. Like it's an active task to formulate what I want to say and find the correct words. And depending on the topic I do talk about, it's easier sometimes. Like some topics are easier to talk about because I have the vocabulary already down. But others are like if I don't have the words to articulate myself properly in that sort of topic, then it's getting hard to think about it because if I want to say a sentence and I come across a word that I forgot at the time, then I need to dedicate some thinking capacity to describe what I meant. And if I can't even describe what I meant because there's also like vocabulary lacking at my end, then it's just a loop of how do I formulate this sentence in a way that people can understand with the exact meaning I mean. Like that's that's not easy. Like that's a full-on brain task I have running. And I'm not very good at multitasking. I like there's not really multitasking capacity in my brain. Like listening is a little bit different. Like I can like one of the things I do sometimes is because so many cool people stream at the same time, I tend to have multiple streams on at the same time, and I listen into like depending on how many are streaming, like there is a time of the day sometimes where 7 of my favorite people are streaming. So I have to make a choice, but I can listen to up to 3 of the streams without problems. I can't really participate in like the conversation because having 3 conversations at the same time is hard. But yeah, just listening in to 3 people and what's happening is actually quite manageable for me. So yeah, that's like sometimes I'm listening to like three people talking about some topics, and yeah, sometimes that happens. Like there's so many cool people, and they're all streaming at the same time, which is unfortunate. But I get it. Like I myself know how the time how time works basically. I am very aware of how time works. It's unfortunate that it works like this, but can't really do anything about it. That's how the universe works. Time, you can't have people stream at the same time and enjoy them at different times, except if you go into the VOD. But that's kind of like, yeah, you obviously can watch the VOD, but then it's not like the same. Like you can't, if you actually like have a very good response to something that people say on stream in a VOD, you can't like decide to tune in for a short amount of time and react to the stuff they are saying. Like that's not possible on the VOD. Like that's very unfortunate. So it's not the same. I prefer to kind of tune into them at the same time and try to listen to all of them. So yeah, that's how that works for me at least. Mm, yeah, with that said, I think I talked about it last time. I kind of want to go and announce a clip competition where I will be over September. I will be putting out like let's say, actually I can make like a short message right now technically. Uh Whoops. I pressed enter on something. I don't know what. Uh yeah. The I want to have a clip that I can basically put out to kind of show what my content is about. Like having a highlight of sorts. And what? No, this is not what I wanted to do. Documents. Yeah, I kinda want to like get a clip, a proper clip, and I will try to make sort of a competition, and I suppose the winner of that competition like gets a free sub or something, like something that is very easy like to do. So yeah, something in the area of that. And yeah, let me quickly write like a little thingamabob. Let's call it clip competition. Oh, did I write that wrong? I did not. I would like to have a clip that represent. Oh no, let's say that I can use to show people what I am about. Clip competition. I would like to have a clip that I can use to show people what I am about. clip my content until which would be the last day of September 30th, which is a Tuesday, so it would be the 29th. Clip my content until the end of the 29th December to win a tier 1 sub to a channel of your choice. Yeah, I think that's a win. That's a good win condition basically, or a good how would you, like, a good incentive, like getting a free sub or just clipping, and you can even choose like a different channel, like not just mine, but you can just have any. Like that's I think a good way to do this. So yeah, how can I pin, like, how can I make a pinned message like this? Yes, sir. Get posted anyways. Manually unpin or at the end. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So well, maybe this is a little bit ambiguous. Well, let's rephrase that, because I've kind of noticed a problem. Because technically, I obviously want to kind of prevent just people clipping anything, trying to like sort of for a chance to, because I don't want people to come in here, clip just any old, like, I don't know what, and yeah, just clip some bullshit basically, and then claim that there should have been a winner or something. So yeah, maybe putting up that it's a chance to win, so that there's a little bit of a buffer between people who actually want to try to make a good clip and people just coming in trying to argue that their clip of me going AFK while I display ads is like anything worth winning a tier 1 sub. Like something like that. So yeah, that's better. I'm also no lawyer, so adding like an uncertainty to a win is probably the lawyer smart thing to do. So I suppose that's the rules from now. And yeah, I will be waiting and hoping to see some good clips potentially, and hopefully, like, if there are multiple very good clips, I might even just hand out a few tier 1 subs instead of only one person. Like, if you can make, like, if you can make really good clips, like if there are really good clips, then I would just love to reward that. So yeah, go ahead, clip my content. If you think like there's a moment that 100% shows people in 30 seconds who I am, what my content is about, then absolutely go for it, and I will decide which are the best clips. And yeah, I think that's a great way to go about this business, because sometimes I don't even realize that I did something really funny or like had a really good like moment. So getting help from you is like the best thing I can go for right now. Like you know basically what I am good at, because I don't know what I'm good at, to be honest. I have no idea. So that would be great. You would be helping me out a bunch if you just clip things that you think are very very good, and kind of things that I can show to others to be like, hey, uh, like basically a portfolio. Basically, my VTuber portfolio would be great. So if we can get that in a way, then yeah, that's what I kind of want to go for, like building a VTuber portfolio. And if you guys make a great portfolio, that obviously gets rewarded. So yeah, um, good luck to everyone trying to find good clips, and thanks for participating. And we will, I think we can go over to the Shenzhen block now. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna start with Shenzhen IO, because I think that's like more straight to the point. And I will change the category to Shenzhen. And I really hope I will not accidentally forget to change it later. Yeah, welcome to Shenzhen, Shenzhen. I might need to restart, like the, whoops, wrong thingy-mabob. Yes, okay. And to the game. Alright. So yeah, this is Shenzhen IO. And we are basically like this sort of developer who gets like, how do you call it, like commissions from people to do their to do their what's it called, to do their stuff basically. And yeah, you can kind of see like how you competed with friends. And yeah, this is like the normal Shenzhen stuff. And we will kind of see how this will be going. I did obviously, like, this is like already a little bit worked through, because I did play this game for myself, because it is a nice game. It does require you to think a lot, and there's like many ways to do things. But we will kinda, yeah, we will try to kinda do stuff. And yeah, the first thing we are meant to do is build a fake security camera. There is like quote unquote story in here, like, dear new employee, thank you for joining Shenzhen Longtang Electronics Company Ltd. Blah 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 blah. We are an employee basically, and yeah, our mission is to kind of produce these things that customers want. So yeah, we opened the concept computer-aided design thingamabob and create a new design for now. We don't look at the old design, like we can easily just not look at old designs. Technically I can delete this, but let's just start basically. And yeah, this is the fake surveillance camera that we are about to build. The music is a little bit loud for my taste, to be honest. Let me quickly turn down the volume in my own speakers. And let me quickly look into the stream preview, quote unquote. It is actually pretty loud, right? Oh well, I guess it's fine. Like I guess it's fine. Oops. Yeah, let's just see. Like I think this is really fine. volume control should be fine. Yeah, we have like little lines of sort of connection wire, and in this we have like a few computers, like a few chipsets that we can use. And yeah, we have two boards right now which are disconnected from each other, and we sort of need to like connect everything with each other. We have different registers, I suppose, like different entry points to the chips, and we sort of need apparently the P0 connected. Can't quite remember. Oh yeah, I think one is analog and one is like digital, so I think we can kind of look into like the chip's anatomy or something. Like we need to like sort of see, sort of recognize which pins are which. Okay, and these chips are written in sort of an assembly code. Like these are chip instructions that are written into the chip's read-only memory that yeah we can build here basically. And we have our requirements down here. Active and network are simple output connected to LEDs. Control the active and network outputs with fixed repeating signals as indicated in the verification tab, which is down here. So these are our signals, and like these are fixed. Like we don't really have anything to do here. And suppose we had like a... Oh yeah, we can also like just see how things are arranged and do things like below the chipsets. But I I genuinely kind of forgot. Oh, right, okay. So yeah, we need like the patterns to be the same basically. And we have the network sort of thing. I'm kind of... Oh, this is an output pin, okay. Like this, okay, like these are the exits, so to speak. So I can technically, I suppose, I can technically like take off these wires and... Oh, but it like decides that this is like a connected pin, I suppose. Hard connected to self. I can't like... Okay, no, I can't do that. Can I rotate a bridge? Is there like a rotation button? It is not. Let's see. But yeah, these like P0 seems to be like an output button. And we want like the network. Like these are not... Like these are different chips. And we need to make like a chip for each. So yeah, we have like this connected. We can technically to save on wire and space. We can kind of move this over here and connect it like this. And supposedly like this is the active button, so we have like a loop. And let me try to remember, like, is there some sort of yeah, that would cost like really high up, so we don't... We actually do kind of want like this to be the case. And yeah, we have this one, which is... Whoopsie daisy. Which is basically the same. We can't like connect these two chips, like we can't do anything with that. They are in itself isolated. So we kind of need to implement two chips to make this product. And yeah, we have like a little bit of a different approach where we need to move the pointer to P0. Which is basically P0 is our register for this pin. Like pin 0 needs to be 0. So we move the 0, which is the power, to the 0 pin. And supposedly we then, after 1, 2, 3, 4, after 4 cycles, we need to put these pins back to 100. Like you can think of this in percentages. And yeah, we need the pin 0 to be 100 at that point, which then needs to be at 0 after 2 cycles again. So we can save on code here, I suppose. We move to 0 again. Whoopsie daisy, I forgot to address the pin. Then we sleep for 1 cycle and do that to 100 again. And sleep for 1 cycle again, and then it starts anew. So if we simulate that now... Oh, yeah, syntax is very important. And that is basically how this is meant to go. So we can say this is done now. And it's the exact same solution as before. So yeah, we can now return to the emails. Like, that's one level we did. And then we will just yeah, we get a thank you email from our customer. So yeah, that's the whole way this is this works. And yeah, we can like look at my old design. We open the design. The old design didn't even like do the space optimization. It just went, but it is the exact same design, basically. So yeah, that's how this game works. And I really just hope that that I can be entertaining while doing this. Like, these games are very fun, but there's also like not really a lot to talk about. It's like a little bit of a unfortunate situations. Like, at some point, like I can tell about basically everything. Hi Suzuka, welcome in. Have you read the Chinese manual? I have not. I don't know what the Chinese manual has to offer, but I don't speak Chinese, unfortunately, so yeah, I don't think I will be able to read a Chinese manual. If you mean the datasheet, like there's like stuff, I think, explaining the individual... Darn, a lot was lost in translation. I suppose that usually happens, like especially with languages like Chinese, where if you don't like grow up with the language, it kind of gets lost in meaning. Like, it's obviously a little bit sad, but that's just how languages work. Like, if you don't get, like, if you can learn a language, but you might not, like, if you're unfortunate, like, it's very unfortunate, but sometimes you can learn a word but never learn its meaning. So yeah, there's that's kind of how language works, unfortunately. But yeah, we are at the start of Shenzhen, so maybe if there's anything particularly worth mentioning, then go ahead. I do like fun facts. So, all right, we have also, like, one of the things we can do is play a sort of solitaire, which is basically, these are Mahjong symbols, and I think those are not from the format, I suppose. I think Mahjong stones from the format are a little different. Like, these are too long, if I remember correctly. But yeah, basically we have like these Mahjong stones, and we sort of can shove things around. So, oh wait, how does this... How does it work again? Instructions. Yeah, stack the suits. Oh, and they are exposed. Okay, so I need them all exposed at that point, and these are my holding cells. Okay. So I messed that up already a little bit. Can I stack? No, I can't stack the same. So they need to be different, so I can't stack like these on these. I can move whole numbers. And I have 3 types of colors. Okay. So basically what I can do is like move stuff like this. So I can have like movement like this. And this allows us to stack these and also put these up. I think out of the run of Zachtronics programming games, the syntax in Exapunks is the one I enjoyed the most. It was the most like MIPS, so that had some familiarity, and you could also have unlimited code length per module. Ooh! Also didn't have to deal with some weird stuff like hidden registers for the condition handling in the game, or comments taking up your code space. But Shenzhen is also great in its own right still. Yeah, I guess they made like tons of different games, so there are probably like some that kind of work better for some people than others. Like that's in the nature of these type of like exploring like what you can do basically with these types of games. So I'm not surprised that there are some games that just work better than others. I kind of want to like this is obviously not the experience that we are trying to convey here, this little game. Like, but since I started, like let's see how far I can get on this one. Like we kind of want to have this one freed up, and can't put the 7 back on that, but we can exchange like 7s. Never mind, there's like a different thing here. I can't put this 6 on that, but we can swap it around, so we can technically put this away now and get this freed a little bit. Don't know what I want to do with this one, and I kind of have problematically put this one here. So yeah, what we kind of need to do is like get this 5 away so we can clean up a little bit. And can get this away. Suppose I can put them all here and put them all here, and then we win. Easy peasy. Yeah, not the hardest games. Some are harder than others, but yeah, this is not what we are here for. We are here for the mails, for the factory CAD stuff. So we go in here and see what we need to do. Conditions in particular are rather strange in this one, right? Because if you think about it, it's handled by effectively a hidden register which is altered by the test commands, and which has 3 states: none, initial, plus, or minus. I suppose like there is... Yeah. Well, I suppose this is more for debugging also, like... I'm not very familiar with assembly. I did kind of had a school assignment a very long time ago that where I handled some assembly stuff. But yeah, I kinda like thought these are just for quote-unquote debugging. Yeah, we basically have like value plus. Let's see. Nah, you know about registers then, I suppose. I don't know. I am like the registers are usually just like on the chipset. Like your registers are basically the array of bits, I suppose. Where yeah, the chipsets basically like you have your like data gates. How are they called? I haven't done electro, like in Germany it's called Elektrotechnik. electronics tech basically. And you have like these and or gates. Like for anyone who's interested in like how a computer at the end of the day works. Like you have your chipsets, you have your very normal and or gates, and you can build some very interesting more complex gates. One of them is a setter gate, basically, where you can set and reset. I think they are called RS latches. And these are to like you can set or reset the latches, and they can build sort of a chain of bits that you can count up. And depending on what kind of the SRS set reset latches, yeah, thank you, AK Cetros. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, registers are basically fast memory, which the CPU has direct access to. In this case, M4000 only has the accumulator register, which affects it by math commands, while M600 has the that register, which is more general purpose. I see. Okay. Yeah, basically, yeah, the registers are basically like arrays of these RS latches that are, yeah, they basically have the commands, like depending on what you put in to the read-only memory, which would be your assembly. Depending on what you put in there, like these are like they do certain stuff, like they add stuff, they subtract stuff from like memory, like from the access memory, the random access memory, which is your RAM. And the CPU basically just takes your instructions and encodes them, and from that on, yeah, it's like it's a system that like sort of writes onto itself. And the registers are basically your programming space, so to speak, a little bit. Like not like the RS latches are everywhere basically in your system, and yeah, stuff gets set and reset in a looping way, more or less. This are very like those technically those are already advanced like techniques. Like those are already advanced thingies. Like usually if you start like with electric stuff, like chips and stuff, you usually start with the AND gate and the OR gate, and at some point someone will get to you and show you like NAND gates and stuff. Like those are the basics. Like we are already like computers are crazy. Like they are crazy. But that's, yeah, the basics are you have like your little chipset, you can put instructions on it, and yeah, stuff just works. That's the gist of it. And then they make you build an entire computer out of NAND gates. Yeah, like that's the sort of stuff that that just happens sometimes. Okay, but we have not to go too far away, but we have we have two outputs here, and we kinda need to, like, we can already see that the outputs are like always half on the top side. Are we doing harmonic maximization or whatever it is? I don't know what that is either. We are just, I just am trying to see if playing these types of games on stream works for me. Because I tend, if I need to like think, like if I need to really think, to focus on stuff and really think, then I tend to go silent, and I kind of don't want that as my stream. Like I want to, like I don't want to just sit there, stare at a monitor for 10 minutes to go to become a Minecraft villager, essentially, to go like, huh, 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 just to go after 10 minutes like, I got it, and then realize that I don't got it. Like this is basically the test for that. So yeah, we are trying to see if that works. And one of the things that I noticed for this level is that the control in simple input basically wants to be doubled every time. Like this is basically an amplifier that we are building. Like if this is the input, we want double the output every time. Which I don't think we have like anything that does that internally. I don't think there is like... We can also add comments, like this is just a node that we can put onto our design. No, that isn't the one. What do you mean, harmonic mic? Oh, we are getting an ad in 5 minutes. Like the harmonic maximization, I have no idea what that is. Right. I wanted to... Basically what I need to do in this is take the input of P0 and double it and give it to P1. So yeah, we unfortunately need like we don't have like an amplifier that we can just double the voltage basically. So we have to build a little program here which takes P0, move P0. Is it like, can we double it? I think we have like some register that we can use. Yeah, I need to read up on how this chip works. I think in the manual. Like, do they just chip the manual somewhere? Give me the data sheet. Like, are there individuals? I suppose I put this on my second monitor, which is on a different system, which means I can't do that because this is a PDF file. That's not great. We can mull. Okay. So that means we need to... We have R for register, we have I for integer, okay. So we can... Okay, these are test instructions. If you can't see anything, that's because I have like a PDF file open. I'll quickly go back into the thingamabob, so you have at least a little bit to see. As a real engineer, you will want to print that out, hole punch it, and put it in the nice 3-ring binder for quick reference. Yes, as a real engineer, you would do that, but I am not a real engineer. I'm just a software engineer. I do everything on software. So yeah, we'll kind of do the looksies on the left side, and yeah, we have like basic instructions, arithmetic instructions, and registers. And we have the ACC, which I suppose is like some general register that this chipset has. So we actually want to move P0 to ACC, I suppose. And oh, there's for some reason still the 1 here. And I don't know why we have like that space over there for some reason. Like there are 3 spaces. They're probably for something. I don't know what they are specifically for. But what we want to do is we take the input from P0, we move it to our register, and we multiply that register by 2. Maybe we need to do it the other way around. No? Okay. Maybe it's... because it only has 1 register, maybe it just multiplies it in the register anyways. So we move the ACC to P1. That is how I think it is supposed to work. Let's see if it worked. It does not work. Part not sleeping. Oh, we need to add a mandatory sleeping instructions, okay. Sure, then sleep at the end, if you will. I don't care. Sleep at the end. And yeah, we built a multiplier, which just takes our input and doubles it. As you can see, quite the easy solution and quite efficient as well. And we are on a ad break. So I will be taking a short break. All right, and we are back. You want a tip here? Actually, I might be incorrect. It's been a while, so I'm not sure you can even do this. Thank you for offering tips, but I like to do stuff myself. Like if I want a tip, I will ask for it. But otherwise, please always assume that I don't want any tips. And only like if I like the only time basically you actually should ask me if I want a tip is if I would otherwise miss out on content that I can't like get if I don't do anything. Like imagine if you are playing an RPG and you are going down a long tunnel and there's like a whole bonus level if I like do a certain thing that I absolutely cannot do and at a different time, then you can ask if I need a tip. Like that's the like you can always ask if I need a tip, but usually the answer will be no. Except if it's like I will lock myself out of content if I don't like do a certain stuff. And yeah, that's basically the only time I do kind of want a tip from anyone, except if I just like ask myself. So that's that's the conditions on when tips are like necessary. Uh, Tip: don't miss out on content. Yeah, basically. Mm, no missable content in this game. Perfect. Then I don't think I will need any tips unless I specifically ask for a tip. Uh, yeah. So we did this. And we usually get like the usual stuff. Like these are new how do you call it? New commissions basically. And yeah, usually you have like these email like chains, and you always get like a thank you, looks good, thank you and stuff. So that's your that's your that's your win basically. That's your price you get for doing your job. New tasks, yeah. Those with the exclamation mark are new tasks that I have not yet been doing, so to speak. Mm, but yeah, let's do one more. There's some Chinese here that I cannot read. Um, yeah. Other than that, nothing too remarkable about this email. Other than I can only read the English stuff, and we cannot open the concept CAD. Oh, right, because this is objective completed, win a game of solitaire. So I needed to win a game of solitaire, which apparently this girl like programmed. It's okay, I can't read any Chinese either, only a bit of Japanese. Yeah, I am also like I actually have a university course, like one of those you can pay and then just go to that one course. And I'm learning Japanese. I am like the courses were 1.1 to 1.4, and I am now at 2.0 at this point. So yeah, Japanese, I can kind of a little bit read Japanese. Like kanji are a little hard, obviously, but hiragana and katakana are easy to read, and I can mostly write them. Like there are some uh I think that's Chugoku wa do desu ka? Is it oh, what was do? Uh do it's not do desu ka? Do desu ka? Chugoku wa do desu ka? Was it from? And that would be, are you from China? I suppose. Is it are you from China? Interesting how you read as Cho. I have no idea what that symbol is. I just assumed because I have seen like Chugoku and stuff. The meaning of the kanji has to do with China, but Shogoku is... I see. Is pronounced kanji. Oh, okay. Well, because like Chinese symbols tend to be a lot more complex, and yeah, I kinda like assumed that it was like, because there's also like the like ko symbol, like the radical ko and stuff. How about kanji? How's your kanji? I see. Right. Yeah, my kanji is not great, as you can see. So yeah, I am starting to properly read kanji. Like I can do like basics like tamago, niku, sakana, like those tabe, like those are very very often. I know that nomi is like tabe, but there's something missing. Like that's how it got explained to me. And what else? Like women is a very easy kanji. Old, furo. Yeah, there are some kanjis I can read. Like not many. I think if I see Tokyo or Kyoto, I will like have a 50% guessing chance of if it's Tokyo or Kyoto. And yeah, that's my Japanese so far. Like the hiragana and katakana are easy. Like I can read them, and most of them I can write from memory. But kanji is still like I need to like make a memory sheet or something of kanji. But yeah, I'll do this level now as the last level for Shenzhen IO, and then we go into Last Call BBS, because I think like starting like the start of the games, I can actually like talk a little bit about stuff, because it's like introducing stuff to stuff. Okay, we have a button and a pulse. So the pulse is an output. The button is obviously an input. And the button, well, technically, like somebody is pressing the button, I assume. And we want them to be like an AND gate, I suppose. Wait, which one is the AND gate? This is the AND gate, right? And this is a double NAND. So we want... What do we want, actually? Or do we want an alternation? And the button is push, generate a pulse. Indicated. Oh, so... Oh, I see. Okay, we want an alternation. That's what we want. Like this is meant to be like, if the button is pushed, like it has a rising edge pulse. So we want to, if the button is pressed, we want to have a pulse. Okay. So we can basically run a pulse all the time. Like we can take the cheapest. Wait, what's the difference between these two? Oh, these has more like registers, okay. But these are all inputs, I suppose. Well, what do you do with this one then? If they're all inputs, or is it not input? Oh wait, it's not input if we don't set it, right? So these are analogs, I suppose. All right. So we can basically. Well, one of the things that I kinda need to check on is because there are definitely different gaps. So we kinda want our chip to... Whoopsie daisy. We kinda want our chip to... Nope. To not pulse like the whole time. Like we can solve this with an AND gate because at the button press there needs to be always a rising edge, and if we just put a clock and call it a day, then we will not necessarily have a rising edge every time the button is pushed. So we actually need to kind of look into the button. And we have... we have a jump. We have a jump instruction every time, which means we kinda should have a... like t equals, there it is. We can see if something equals. So these instructions, the equals, I think are usually like we are waiting for the button, so we use the t equals and the input is p0 and we want it to be 100. And if that's the case, we want to jump. And I think it jumps one line. If I'm... no, wait, it jumps to specific lines. So we want to jump to line 0, I suppose. No? That's... oh, we need to label it, I suppose. Not digest. What are these instructions? Why is there a visa application from the People's Republic of China in this PDF? Yeah, we have the jump line label. We have the jump label. How do I put a label on this? Like, I need a label somewhere. LT instructions. Let digest. Forget, I suppose, and set. Is it like Lippe? Is that how this works? It is not, okay. I'm a little confused as to how that is meant to be. Well, time to find out how this works. We'll just is it GT set? Was it something like the DST? Okay. DST. Oops, das not good. Set ACC like 42. Let's just do that. I didn't I put das again. And otherwise like sleep. Just for test. Sleep for like 10 and then like multiply it by 2. Just to see how that works out. I suppose. It does not like that. Because the... wait, why? Too many operands. Alright, because it does not need that. Suppose that was not white. Yeah, it's just never having the P0 at 100, I suppose, because it's sleeping all the time. which means I can just do the ye all sleep at the end and just see like how this kind of works. And it does not like do anything apparently. I'm a little confused. Heart not sleeping, yeah, that's true. Heart is not sleeping. I do like that it's still like going through everything. Like there's apparently some kind of clock speed, and the power is just going massively into the orbit. Can we do a sleep 0? No. Unfortunately not. So let's do a sleep 1 again and just see, like, power consumption is going up. But there's not really anything happening. Like, not even the because this is 0. Like, because it's never 100, the T equals. I suppose there's like... Yeah, like at this point, like P0 should be 100. But the equals does not seem to work at this point. But we can, like, through the advanced step, we can kind of see that it's also not setting... Well, one of the things I do have to notice is that we put, like, way too much on that. I'm confused. What does it mean? Does it mean anything? Because it always goes through there. What does what mean? The equals instruction is like not really doing anything for me, and I don't know why. Do I need to set the ACC? But it's like, what? Like this manual is a little... labels used as operands must be defined elsewhere in the program. Like we can do integer values a lot higher. So we can do get and set. And we can test instruction equal, test instruction whatever GT means. Like, is this at some point explained? Read the manual, consider the hint. Sorry, I don't want to either hint stuff if you don't want to. I didn't intend to be rude, but RTFM is funny, so I could not hold it. Yeah, no, I am reading the manual, but I am... Like, I have the instructions page. Like, there's some kind of plus... Oh, right. This is with the plus and minus stuff. Like, if else is plus and minus, that's the thingamabob that was a thing. Which also kind of means language references. Okay. Oh, this is how labels work. Right. I was kind of confused because I thought the manual already ended, like at the instructions, because there was this goddamn Chinese visa application in there. So yeah, I kind of blanked out on the pages further down. But yeah, obviously that's how that works. Yeah, so this is how that works, I suppose. All right, so yeah, we basically only need to like go through the program if we sort of have this type of deal. So if P is 100, we can go into the positive. Like if that instruction, if that test is positive, we can add the output. Like we can enter the clock mode, which I suppose we can always set P0 to 0 at this point and put the sleeping instruction right there. So we can always like set the P1 to 1 here, to 100 here. I'd like to add to the manual's label info, as I think it lacks a bit of explanation and probably misleads people a tiny bit. Well, I suppose like the labels are a little bit... Like I know basic assembly uses these kind of labels as a you can jump to that one. But if they have like additional like usage, because you can basically probably like there's like this, and the column basically defines where that label is, and at that point you can just say these are technically like methods if you do it correctly. Like you can jump to this label, and yeah, as long as you like probably you should probably use them as like a point to skip to. But honestly, I don't think you really need these labels unless you are writing really big lines of code. And then you should probably always like set a reference in the code where you were before and then jump back. Like the labels, I don't think there is too much of a need for labels if you don't like have lots of space to program assembly. Like I think there's probably in most cases where you have like only 12 lines of code, having labels and jumping to the labels is probably not a case that you will need often. Like I think that just using kind of guard clauses, maybe you need the label to jump back to the start of whatever you are doing to kind of cut out on the rest. But I would probably not be using any labels in the middle somewhere if that's avoidable. Like using labels to jump to, like generally in jump instructions should, in my opinion, be avoided as good as possible. Because usually you will be able to solve stuff by just looping through some guard clauses and then do your stuff that you need to do. Like these chipsets don't have enough instructions to be complicated enough to justify lots of jumps in labels. I think the manual does not state that the label does not require to be on a separate line. It's like a row number reference. Oh, okay. It actually does not exist in the program code, but instead go to bool and replaced go to instruction number X that's calculated when compiling, I see. But most people think that the label requires a personal line in the controller. I see. Well, my general like design philosophy when it comes to instructions is that like having labels, needing to jump through labels is already not a great way to design things. So maybe if you are like going for efficiency or something, then maybe there is like a case where you can use labels to make things more efficient and like spare some coin at the end of the thing. But yeah, that's like I don't use labels usually. Like I don't think labels are a thing that we should be using, because it kind of enables spaghetti code, and spaghetti code is so notoriously devious that even normal people, if you say spaghetti code, even normal people know that's bad. So yeah, I discourage the use of labels anyways. So if there's a situation where we need them, keep that in mind. But I don't think that we will absolutely necessarily need like these kind of things. Yeah, apparently I did something wrong here as well. So we activate this, then sleep 1. Why? Because I might need to set BSD100 P1. Is that the instruction that we need? No, it is not. Okay, what does DST do? What does the instruction say? Because we only need to set, like there's no need for any addition or something. DST register integer. So we have the P1 that we need to set. That does not get set. So what is the thing I need to do here? Excuse me. Move 100 P1. Oh, I can just use the move. I'm making this way too overcomplicated. Is this not set though? Like, is this the DST function? Is that not how this works? Like, what is it then? I need to consult the manual again, I suppose. What's the problem here? Oh, yeah, it does not like it that way around. Wait, why does it not set it back down? Move to 0. Sleep 1. Oh, because it needs another sleep somewhere, okay. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I did, but not what I wanted to do. No, wait. Let's do it like this. This should be working. Yes, okay. Okay, what does the DST do then? If not that. Isolate specific digits. Oh. Set the digit of ACC specified by the first operand. Oh, so you can specify a specific. Oh, okay. Can specify a number from 1 to like 0, 1, or 2, which then like overrides the. Sounds like digit set. Yeah, I thought it was like directly set or something. But yeah, digit set is interesting. That's to overwrite basically a certain position, like digit position. Okay. Well, yeah, that's Shenzhen IO for you. Like, if you like reading manuals, absolutely a great game for everyone to get into kind of the uh to kind of get into electronics. But we also have Last Call BBC, was it? Which I want to show off as well. T equal test equal TLT test less than TGT test greater than TCP test compare, easy to remember. Yes. BBS. Oh yeah, last call BBS. Well, C and S do look like do look very similar, I suppose. Last call. Where is it? There it is. Last call BBS. Let's start that up. I hope it won't blast my ears off. Can I get my OBS back, please? Like, I know you're supposed to simulate a computer, but I do kind of want to get into like my real computer back. Thank you. I really hate it when games decide that they are the most important thing that needs to be in the foreground always. Like, I really hate that. But yeah, we have Last Call BBS, and yeah, this is like a simulated computer basically, which you have something called a handymate. We can go to our hard drive, which already has some stuff installed. And up here is like disk usage, and we can kind of manage like this system. And yeah, we have like memory storage and stuff. We can kind of see how this is supposed to be basically. We have the display mode full screen. We can go like into window sizes, pixel scaling. We can make perfect pixel scaling technically. Screen effect enable, like enable the screen effect. Okay, but then that needs to be stretched. Okay, like this is meant to be like simulate an old CRT screen a little bit. So I'll keep that effect on. It's like kind of nice to look at. I did kind of remove the music, I suppose. Wait a minute. How does it like compare on the? I can see it. Okay. Yeah, there seems to be no music. I'll put the music on half. I'll put the main sound on full. And if anything is too loud or too silent, then please tell me. I'll try to fix the stuff. We can add histograms, leaderboards, and oh, we can hide the leaderboards. Do you have QWERTZ? Yeah, I have QWERTZ. I am from Germany. I have a QWERTZ keyboard. Um. So yeah, we open the hard drive, and usually what you can do is like go to the internet, like the Zachtronics. This is basically the internet of this machine. And we dial up. We can dial last call BBS. And this is like the old dial up internet that used your Oh, is QWERTZ normal in Germany? Yes, QWERTZ is the normal German keyboard, which is like that because the old like uh, typewriters in Germany, if you were to put the Z and the Y how it is, then I know France has the AZERTY. Yeah, I think like the Q is where the A is. Like they have a little bit of a different keyboard too, and it's basically the keyboard layouts are like from the old typewriters. And the typewriters had this problem where if you were typing too fast, the little like the hammers basically, they are like the typewriter is designed in a way. You have a ink band basically where little hammers with engraved letters hammer into, and you had the problem back then that these hammers, if they were too close to each other, tended to hammer into each other. So they got stuck if you wrote too fast. So the keyboard layout was arranged in a way that these mistakes didn't happen too often. If you press two letters that are close to each other, they may get stuck. Yes, exactly. Like they get stuck into each other, and that's so depending on the language, basically. Depending on what language, like what the frequency of letters beside each other was, the design of the keyboards slightly differed, which nowadays is completely irrelevant. But back then, many people that used typewriters just, yeah, adopted basically the typewriter keyboard to the computer. So, yeah, if you ever wondered why keyboards are the way they are from the letters, it's because old typewriters got stuck and we are still stuck with that kind of remnant of technology. Like technically you could technically nowadays produce keyboards that just go A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. Like that's absolutely a thing you can do. But most people that have grown up with the keyboard layouts like they are, most people will have a hard time adapting. So we just keep that around. Like this is like the keyboard layout is a remnant of humans not having the ability basically to switch to like humans have compatibility problems with new technology. This is since keyboards count as human interface devices, which means you, the human, are the interface that interfaces with the computer. Um, yeah, it's like a yeah, it's basically a translation device, and most people like don't want to change that translation device. They probably could, but it would take a longer time to adjust, so we just don't do it. So 0.5% of population decided the layout for 90% of the population who now has to use that layout on an electronic device. Yes, basically. Like I don't know how many people used typewriters back then, but basically these people decided that to use the computer. Well, technically, I think like there probably was some kind of attempt to, or maybe not. Like this you would need to like ask the people that built the first computers and the first keyboards. You would need to ask them why they decided to go with the typewriters. My guess is that they just, for the first like attempts to build something to interface with your computer, I suppose they probably used old typewriters to prototype and then just stuck with it. That's my guess on why that happened. So, well, yeah, if you are kind of trying to find out why these things are as they are, I suppose you can only ask the original developers as to why they chose typewriters as their base for letter interfacing. But it does make sense. Like it's not that it doesn't make sense. It's just that it's, if you think about it, it is very weird that we still have like those types of layouts. People are just used to type on a keyboard, so they kept current layouts so people would have less problems typing. Yeah, it's like a cycle, basically. Like you can't replace the keyboard layout because there are people using the keyboard layout in that way. And you can't like replace the people, obviously, because you need those people to work. Like these people are working jobs where they need to write emails and stuff and computer code, and you can't just swap out the layout. And yeah, even the newest generations, like if you think about it, the digital keyboards on smartphones and stuff are kind of bound to these keyboards as well, because there are older people moving to the digital keyboards, but there's also like the new generation of young people that is stuck with that keyboard layout because of that. A reason for 0 being after 9 instead of before 1 is kind of same. 10 and 100 and 1000 are more common numbers than 9 and 90 and 09. Yeah, kind of. Also, you usually like one of the that's like a math thing, but the concept of 0 has not been around for very long when it comes to numbers in general. Like writing down you have nothing of something is not a concept that was used for a long time, which is very weird to think about it because it's so common nowadays. Also, 0 didn't exist on older typewriters, so just could write O, then hit backspace and hit slash. That's why crossed 0 is also common in fonts. Oh, I see. Yeah, when Lua was invented, they didn't have the number 0 either, which is why all always start with 1. Well, I think Lua is a little bit younger than the number 0, but I guess that's how you can lay that out. But yeah, technically, like 0 as a concept is quite a young concept in mathematician, like in mathematics. And the controversies around 0, like you have like these controversies of dividing by 0. Should dividing by 0 be counted as infinity? And you have so many approaches to that kind of thing because 0 is such a special case when it comes to numbers that yeah, it's quite fascinating. Adding a slash to an O is a way to tell it's a number, as they were same letters on the typewriter, same width. I see. Well, it does help a lot to have the slash in the O. Like every time I read like codes and stuff, and there's not a slash in the O, I tend to misread it. I don't know why. But yeah, we've been talking about the history of stuff for a long time. I want to get into at least the 20th Century Food Court, which is my favorite game of Last Call BBS. I think I clicked something. Yeah, this is the 20th Century Food Court. Which is basically, I also like worked a lot on that. Like I'm almost done, but I don't remember how this works. So you basically have your email and your levels, and you kind of go into the levels. You have the stats down here. Oh, you nearly completed it? Yeah, I almost completed it, and then I kind of dropped it And now I don't know how to do all of this again, so yeah, we'll make a new machine here to kind of get back into everything. And this is like less of a programming and more of a like factory sort of deal. How do you rotate again? Or do you not rotate them at all? I suppose you don't rotate them at all. Fun fact, wanna know 2 words people call a backpack in Russia? Do tell. I have no idea what Russians call backpacks. Excuse me. Yeah, we are making nachos apparently and pretzels. So we kinda... Wait, what are the instructions? We want a tray. Sample orders, okay. Okay, we kind of want... Okay, this is like the order. Like, this is the order that we have. And I suppose we want nacho and pretzel whenever there's like a thingamabob. And we can get machines, I suppose. And we have like... This is the end. This is what comes in. Product cannot enter from this direction. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I kind of did this in the wrong direction. So this is where this needs to end up, I see. Number 1, portfolio. Number 2, rucksack. Yeah, rucksack is basically also what in Germany a backpack is called. Like it's a rucksack. Portfolio I never heard. Portfolio, like technically, yeah, I know. I see. Yeah, rucksack is also like German backpack. Portfolio is French. Oh, I see. So it's like a that's how this works. Okay. Yeah, the sometimes languages adapt like from other languages. Like that's quite the common thing. It translates like carry paper or something like that. I see. Again, I will have to see how this kind of works again. Okay, cannot apply liquid like this. That's not how that works. I think we need this stacker, yeah. At some point we need this stacker. How does one turn a stacker? Like this, I see. Portable, carryable, I see. Like portemonnaie, yeah. Portemonnaie is I think the wallet, and yeah, makes sense. It's carryable money, like portemonnaie, carryable money. Carry coins, yeah. I see. Yeah, my obviously I am not very good at French. Like I had like a very terrible French teacher in middle school, so I kinda don't like the French language for trauma reasons. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a not that great thing. I kind of want to... This is like general scan, I suppose. Like I kind of try to get back into how this game works again, while I try to explain my situation. Oh, that needs to eject, I see. Wait, how do I eject? Like, does it needs like some... Stack and eject. Can I do it like this? I can't do it like this, okay. Alright. I think we solved that one. Okay. Yeah, my French not very good, and kind of not my favorite language because of a very terrible French teacher that was not a very kind person. So yeah, my whole like French repertoire, like I can do the bonjour, salut, ça va, oui ça va et toi, and that's basically that's basically what I can say in French. We are getting an ad in 5 minutes, okay. More Russian lessons. Want to know how to say sandwich in Russian? Do tell. Lessons. Wait, what? do the Russians say lessons instead of sandwich, or what are you trying to explain to me? I'm confused. Oh, Butterbrot. I see. Yeah, surely. That's also very it's also a word we have in Germany, but also in Germany, like, we have many words for things that describe stuff with bread. Like Butterbrot is more Russian lessons, not letters. I see. No, but Butterbrot, or what we also call them, is Stulle, or we also say sandwich sometimes, depending on what kind of belegtes Brot it is. Sometimes I type totally different words that sound same. Yeah, that's like, again, that's some. Whoops. Oh well. That is basically some of the how the stuff, like how languages work a little bit. Potato in Russian, Kartoffel. Yeah. There's like, what was it? In Polish, there's the dorsz, which is a how is it called in English? It's not the brass, I think. But yeah, there's like the dorsz in Polish as well as in German. And what else was there? There are like many like words that just got adopted in other languages, which is always fun. Like, I think there's also a lot of French words just strolling around in the world. It's very fun. Like, there's like languages sometimes just borrow words and kind of modify them to sound a little bit more like what the language usually sounds like, but in general it's like the same word, which is very fun. Alright, we have start and pocket, and I suppose we need the pockets to always be like out. And we get a microwave. The microwave. And put it like that. And put it through there. Oh, we need to stack that. We need to stack that before. Where we just do that again, I suppose. This product cannot be heated by this machine. Okay, so we need to heat it first and then stack it. Okay, and we need like a timer, because otherwise we kind of get a burnt burrito. Funny that a word for Kranke, a traffic control barrier that goes up and down, is probably never used in Germany. Well, we have Schranke, which is kind of like that, but Kranke would be the plural of sick people. So suppose like that's somewhere like a translation. In Russian, people call it Schlagbaum. Yeah. Yeah, Schranke. I may never forget the name. I may have forgotten the name. Yeah, like the Schranke is... I think I also heard Schlagbaum at some point, sometime. But yeah, sometimes one word just gets translated into another language and means something completely different, which I think the English call a false friend. So yeah, that's also something you have to be aware of. We will go into a quick ad break for 3 minutes. Grab your drinks, grab your snacks. I will be back in 3 minutes. You will not miss anything. See you in 3 minutes. And we are back. So yeah, let's back get let's get back into the factory. Yeah, we were talking about like words that kind of appear in other languages too. Let's forget it, yes. So we can get a counter, which is basically our timer in this game. We can basically zero it out and kinda can, like, the oven can sense. So we can like count the counter up or down, which means we kinda need to, like, whenever the oven senses something, we kinda need a multiplexer or something, I think. Right? Oh wait, 0 is the output, so 0 is eject. So if we sense, like, the counter needs to, at the start basically, the counter needs to be 4 at the start of the cycle. And the oven kinda needs to be like this. Does this work? Suppose it does. Alright, this is how this works. Yeah. One of the things I really love about this game is that you can record a GIF and send it to your friends of what you did. And you can just look at it later. Like, it's in your computer somewhere, and you can just share the GIF of how that worked. It's wine o'clock. On the topic on how late it is, I did start. Right, let's do wine o'clock, and then we go into the art section of this of today's stream, because I kind of want to work on the emotes a little bit, because I currently have only one emote, and I kind of want to have like a row of simple emotions that, like, the emotes that I use the most often are like a sad emote, a high emote, the notepad emote, and headpad emotes. So I want to kind of try to make them in the course of like streams in general. So yeah, we will be making, after this wine o'clock level, we will be making a little bit of art. Let's add a new... Let's add a new thingamabob here, and we have glass production that we can fill depending on what kind of thing we have. Wine o'clock. Wine o'clock. Wine o'clock. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Anyways, we need like red wine and white wine. And we kind of like need the scanner, suppose. Combines up to 4 inputs. Yeah, here's the multiplexer that we needed. And we... How do we need to do this? Like, we can basically put everything in here. Like, this is obviously the first step. And after that we can't really like do anything. So we kinda need to... Yeah, we use basically the multiplexer to activate multiple like things at once, which means we need some counters. Like, we need 2 counters to determine which type of thing we which type of thingamabob we have. And like we have a red wine counter and a white wine counter. And supposedly we have like this AND gate. Like it's a stand-in of an AND gate. Because if we have like the red wine, like left, let's... Well, actually I would like to have the red wine, I'd like on the right side, and the white wine on the left side. For the particular reason that it's a little bit easier to remember. I also hate that this is already like the worst cable management I've seen in my life. Let's do that a little bit better. Right. Okay. Still not perfect, but yeah, not optimal, but what we are working with. Number wire. Oh yeah, it's a hashtag. It's building a hashtag. I see. Yes. You know what? Let's... Like, because these wires are awful like this. No, did not want to throw that one out. Let's reverse this a little bit. And... yeah, we need to get to 0. And the other way is basically like this. So yeah, if one of them is enabled and it is like this, and the white wine is... Why is the white wine on the right again? I want the white wine on the left. So the red wine is getting, like, we also need the stacker that will immediately like put stuff out. So we have the stacker, and once the stacker ejects, which we need another multiplexer for, but once that stacker does this eject thingy, then we need, depending on which wine we currently have on the plate, we need it sent out. So yeah, this in theory I think maybe should work. Oh, okay, it does not like that. Okay. It needs to be like a little bit later then. So we do need this scanner, I suppose. To kind of like this, the stacker can do its own thing and the scanner does the other thing. That's fine, that's fine. Oh. Well, this is a lot easier. I made this unnecessarily complicated, I suppose. But yeah, this is how you would do that if you wouldn't have the red and the white wine, I suppose. Yeah. This product does not match the order. Oh, it needs to be double, okay. Yeah, I messed that up a little bit. As you can see, I have red and white wine on the scanner. I did not need to have a messed up counter solution where I save like my where I save like in registers. I was thinking way too complicated for this. I hope you enjoyed my very unique approach to how this is how you can do that sort of thing. Yeah, let's do that again. This time we actually use the counter to like eject stuff. I guess we can use the sorter to kind of like eject stuff once we are done to keep it like in line. We can also, no, we can't. We need this sorter actually. Yeah, let's use the scanner like once. Like we still can use the multiplexer to kind of do thingamabobs. Does white wine, like white wine also needs to be full, so we do need like the counter for both, which is great. And yeah, the only thing we basically need to do is like scan that object all the time. Like once the stacker puts that thing on there, we scan every turn basically. So we also get red or white all the time. So we use the scanner to kind of go down. We also need like from the start the counter set every time. So we set the counter to 2 and we want at 0 to eject that thing. And as long as we can like scan certain stuff, like red, we just push red until like our counter is on 0. And yeah, the stacker, we could technically like start, instead of at the start of the round, we could technically use the stacker to kind of set the counter. Which, now that I think about it, would save us this component. But it would never eject like that, so it does not save the component. So we can do it like this anyways. We can also, instead of using... Well, technically we could use, instead of the scanner, the sorter. But that would require us to use the first solution, which I don't think is like a great thing to do right now. Okay, we are overflowing, so maybe it's just needed 1. Yeah, it's only needed 1, okay. So that's going through very easy. Yeah. And that's that level. There are solutions that require less time, and there are cheaper solutions, but this is like the average solution. So yeah, this is how Last Call BBS, this the 20th century food court, is working. I do love the game, but it does get complicated very soon. And as I said before, I kind of want to go do a little bit of art now. We are quite good in the plan I had for today, so yeah, let's shut down the Last Call BBS and get into Inkscape for now. Wait, that's not the correct... Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'll set everything up that we can just start working with Inkscape. Let's see. New document. Inkscape from Tarkov. Not quite. Not quite. It's yeah, I knew it. You sneaky little software. Always trying to dox me. Art. Let's do some art today. And by that we can name this sad emote, because I did kind of do a sad version before. And yeah, I kinda think I will be doing that again. I don't know if I still have the original art of that though. Probably not. Like, I have on my schedule, I once made like a sad version of Assembly. And I don't think I still have that. But it would be great if I still had that. But I think I deleted it. I think I deleted it. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Could have saved some time. But, well, we'll do it. We'll just do it on like first try basis, basically. I did want to design it a little bit different, anyways. But yeah, let's grab the correct SVG file. Put it in as an object and display Inkscape if possible. Yeah, this is Inkscape. Hello. Yeah. So basically, I have this little guy here, which we will just put anywhere. And yeah, to work like on the emote, I kind of want to make a sad emote, so you can convey that you are sad. And I will do it in a way where we go into the face. First of all, the nose. And we have a little path here. Like, I do vector graphics, and I have like this sort of way where I just add nodes basically all the time because I have no artistic like knowledge, and I'm unsure if I can actually like mirror or something. Like I am not an artist, if that was not obvious. So let's see what I can do here. Because I kind of want this to be like at this point. It is like already sort of the thing I want, I suppose. Like, can I... This is independent from each other, right? No, I made it unindependent, I suppose. So I kind of want to make it like a sort of little wavy. Yeah, this already looks kind of sad. Like this is now a math face. But on the emotes, you will probably not see too much of it. But this is already like a face you do when you're like, meh. So let's do that on the other side as well. Add another note, which yeah, we put this over here and make this node a symmetrical one. And put it like a little bit over here. Make this one as well symmetrical. Have it like about the same. And then this looks a little bit too long. Whoops. Got out the measuring stick. This looks a little bit too high up. What did I grab? Don't know why. This kind of... Maybe this one? Something is bothering me as to how this looks. But I don't know what exactly. These are quite big. Maybe we need to make them smaller. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, I think this is like, it does convey the emotion correctly, which is good. And I don't want to get too like perfectionistic on it. So yeah, let's make some obvious like crying emotion, which means last time I used like a teardrop. Kind of don't want to use a teardrop again because it did kind of like not like display too good on the thing already. Like it was on my schedule basically, and I made this kind of teardrop on my schedule, and it was already not too visible. So I kind of wanted to be more visible because we are working with a little bit less resolution and a lot smaller like emote. So yeah, having like these kind of waterfalls of tears, not this straight, like this is obviously not what the end product will look like, because we can always like add a little, like we can connect, first of all we need to connect these correctly, and then we can select our endpoints, add a few of these, and sort of do a wave like thingamabob. And we do the same here, where we connect these. We will not connect, but you know what I mean. Then we can kind of make it wavy. Yeah. And I think we can like group those together. Was it? They're also apparently on the face, so maybe we need to kind of move that at some point. But we can kind of group them. This is all in German because I have not selected English as a language in this software, but I do like label everything left tears in English. So yeah, the only thing that's German is the software translation. Everything else I do like in English. So we have this now connected, and I think we can just fill it. Never mind, it does not look at all how it should be looking. Which means I think we can just combine the paths. Never mind. Well, in that case, there's always like we can take the Bezier. Yeah, that's right. Now we only need to like get this one correctly. Wait, where are these? Where did these go? Wait, are these? Oh, they're now part of that one. Okay. So if we combine you now, almost, almost. But why does it not like recognize these ones? Like if we combine them, why do I have to like make these ones a new? Like they're pushed onto this sort of thing, which I don't understand. Which I guess is fine. Like it's not a big deal. We can just move them again. But it is kind of interesting for me to see. Yeah, we can smooth that out as well. Like we can make this a little bit more smooth. Like put this at around the same height. What are you? You do not belong here. Yeah, put this at roughly the same height. And like do the same on this side. This and this. Yeah. So that's almost what I want to do. kind of want it a little bit more wavy. And these, I suppose, can go a little bit lower. Yeah, this looks like a proper tiered going down. I also kind of noticed that this is like kind of blocking the eye, which I don't want. So I'll be using like this smoothing tool a little bit. But wait, what is this? Remove that. Oh my god, what's this? Why is it that little? Well, this technically works, but not what I want. Nope, nope, nope. Not what I want, not what I want. Why is it like this? Oh, I also should probably change the category to arts. I am pretty sure that this that people who wanted to see Shenzhen IO, which I also kind of didn't like change from. So that's unfortunate for the people that tried to join for Shenzhen and got last call BPS. I'm very sorry about that. Uh, wait, so it is like a double. So I actually do not want that here. Yeah, like this, while not being optimal still, it's a lot better. But for some reason it's making this weird like shapes. Like you're not supposed to make this kind of shape at the end. Like why does it do that? I have no idea. Or is it because of this one? Might be because of this one. We make this like also a sharp one. This one a little bit like less. Yeah, I think that's working a little bit better. And we do this one again, like properly this time. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. I know it wasn't necessary to do that, but it kind of bothered me. And I think this one is also like a little bit too sharp. Yeah, this kind of looks a lot better. Also kind of want like all of this to go a little bit to the right. Never mind. I think that's better. All right, I think that's great. I think that looks great. Now we copy and paste it and put it over there. Let's see how this looks if we actually copy and paste it. But I think like duplicating this will actually kind of make it look not too bad on this eye as well. Yeah, like it's just needs a little bit of adjustment. But yeah, I think just copy and paste actually kind of works here. Yeah. Let's put this at a nice place. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like a very sad assembly. We can change the tier color, I suppose. like technically, like this is the lore-wise, this is the normal eye. So we do like a little bit of what kind of blue do we want? Like uh if I look online at references for teardrop, what colors are they using? Like this one looks like this is a PNG, okay. That's fine. I only need your color code. Give me your color code. Well, maybe I don't need the color code itself, but like it's very light blue with very little green. Yeah, like this, kind of like this. Like let's say, what's a nice number? 200. Let's say 200. What about this one? Yeah, let's take this one. This I think is good. And then we have the robot eye, and I kind of want to see like how it would look like if it was oiling, basically, if it was machine oil just going down. It definitely looks unique. I'm not 100% sure if I want to go with this, but it definitely looks very unique. This is the right tier test tier. Yeah, this is the right tier. We add a little bit of red. It does add a little bit of the oil kind of feeling. What about a little bit green? What about a little bit more red? What about a little bit more green? No, the one before that. Yeah, like this and 16. Yeah, it's not quite 100% black. Yeah, I think this is like... Yeah, I think this is a quite the unique... Quite the unique crying emoji. Which also conveys a little bit of lore, which I really like. Yeah, so let's save that. I don't think you can see the save dialog, which is fine. I don't really need the save dialog to be displayed. Data, picture, my pictures, art for today, which is assembly prime SVG. So we go to the export and export the sad emoji. We do kind of need to export a selection and... Oh, it's saving, that's why. And the Twitch does a little bit of a restriction on how the emotes are kind of put. Where are my emotes? I have contents, I have clips, activities. Where are my emotes? Where are my emotes? Is it under affiliate? This community. I have alerts. Actions. Those are my followers. Achievements. Where the heck are my emotes? Is it on the subscriptions? Emotes, there it is. Go to emotes page. Give me the emotes page, please. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go. And yeah, we can add emotes. And we can, we can make a very high resolution emote actually. We can actually go for a really, really high resolution. Yeah, we can't go to the selection, I suppose. But what we kind of need to do is like zero in on how big like the space is. Or maybe we can go to the selection like this. Okay, so it does kind of have like the okay. Yeah, let's go with this kind of. Yeah. Yeah, that works. That works very well for me. All right, and we can go ham with the resolution, which is nice. We have like 4,906 pixels. So we just type 4,096 pixels, which gives us this DPI. And the DPI does not really, we don't really care about the DPI. We can technically like, should we remove the sweater and stuff from view? Should we remove the hoodie? Like usually emotes work like that, I suppose. We could do that. Like just having the face. We technically don't need the hoodie. Oh no. I messed up. I messed up. Like the hoodie adds like a little bit of different color. Like it adds a little bit of my signature color, I suppose. Huh. Good question. Next question. I guess I'll just go with the sad emote for now, like this, and decide maybe at some point, at some different point. After last time, I remember that we have to like wait out a period where they approve my emotes. So yeah, we will. I will like put the emote up after the stream, and we will have that emote for the next stream. I hope. Until then, we make another emote, which will be, what will it be? I think I want a laughing emote. I use laughing emotes all the time. So having a laugh emote is probably a smart idea. So we just make a new like file, I think. And select the correct export place again. Which will be the laugh emote. So we will be taking because uh, because I want a new file to use for that. I will be copying. Like I will close this one. Yeah, and this does go to the correct file again, and then we take the SMB SVG again and import it as an object. And there it is again. Okay. If you're wondering, it does not really matter how big I make it. This technically does not matter at all because it is like a vector graphics. So it doesn't really matter how big I make it. And yeah, we can sort of just make it as big as we want. So yeah, we want to make SMB laugh. So I suppose we close his eyes, which whoopsie daisy will probably be not as easy. No, that's my ear. That's not my eye. That's my ear. Let's see. Oh, the eyebrow goes with the eye, I suppose. We can just put that like a little bit up. Left eyebrow. Yeah, not that easy to be honest. Like if we just remove it, maybe like since I can technically just fill stuff out here. Well, I don't suppose that's the best idea. Wait, it just removes everything apparently. Yeah, I want to kind of have like the middle, like of this. So about like this side, I suppose. And then the middle of the eye is kind of like here. Yeah. So this will be basically our little orientation. And whenever people like have laughing emotes, it's like more like this one. And going with the thickness, that's the left eye. What is your thickness? This is your thickness. So we go over here to the smile eye. And give it that thickness. And suppose we can just do the same on this side as well. Yeah, just remove the right eye. Double this one. And put it over here. Like this. Excuse me. All right, I have to kind of show this still. I did not want to put that there. Let's just put it like this. Okay. Yeah, this looks like a happy face already. And I kind of want to save this as like SMB happy, because that actually kind of looks very good as a middle path. So we put that also in my art. Pictures, art. SMB happy. And then I suppose we save it as well as assembly laugh. So let's see how does one laugh? Gimme laugh. Laughing. Yeah, I suppose can like I think I only need to like for the laughing I only need to work on the mouth, which quite easily basically I just need to widen like a lot. Like for many people, like just the basic it's like very wide, like it's quite wide. And yeah, we put this like this. We distort like a little bit, but that's fine for now, I suppose. Because we kinda need that to make like a sort of coherent, like this looks cursed right now, but I think it will look a lot less cursed like a little bit later. Like this might look cursed right now. Probably also because the like whoopsie daisy. Like these nodes are here, so we don't really need those nodes anymore. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy again. Yeah, there's like a lot like having like a red like background basically. Let's say let's do a 90. Let's do a 96 on that one. And sort of oops. Sort of have a this going. Yeah. And obviously there are no teeth yet. So we kind of need to do teeth. Or toothies. But also like a tongue would be probably a great idea. Also, which path is this now? Like this is nose. It's called nose here. But this is definitely not the nose anymore. Okay. This is the move. This is the move. And we group that. Wait, technically all of this group is now the mouth. And that's all move. And this is basically the back of the move. And what I need is kind of like teeth and potentially a tongue. Like the lower row of teeth are usually not as visible when laughing. But the top row is kind of very obviously there all the time. So yeah, let's Let's make some teeth, shall we? Just some white filling of a teeth. Supposedly I need more this. That's fine. That's fine. This does look a little bit crooked, but we can fix that easily. What are you doing? Stop that. Stop that immediately. Yeah. And also one thing I definitely kind of need to do is like have another mouth bag that is exactly the same, but has a transparent filling and goes into the front. Which kind of are the lips by now. Like this are the lips. So that definitely helps a lot with the teeth situation. And I'm getting informed that there will be another ad break in 5 minutes. So be prepared. There will be an ad break. In the ad break, I will kind of go grab some drink and stuff. So yeah, that's basically how I deal with ad breaks. And as to why I do ad breaks, it's basically if you don't do them, Twitch kind of gets angry at you and puts pre-rolls on your stream, which will like scare away new people to join. And to prevent that, you have to run like 3-minute ads. And I really hate ads. And if I could, I would just switch off ads in general. But to have like these emotes and stuff, we are kind of forced to like have that sort of thing. I think I will need like a tip video on how to draw teeth. How to draw. Oh, sure. That's a lot easier than I was about to do. Like what the sort of tip thingy-mabob is telling me is do kind of this sort of deal. Stop connecting. And then I basically just go over here, press every now and then just get back up here. And that's honestly like a lot easier. And we basically just need to do like this sort of thing. Well, this now looks a little bit like gums, which is not 100% what I wanted to go for. Yeah, this is probably the way to go. Yes, 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 this is the way to go. This is the way to go. Yeah. Okay. I see how this is. I see how this will be going. Like we do this kind of deal. Like do this, then this. Then we can like yeah, okay. I see. Yeah, these are gonna be the tooth corners basically. And we kind of need to do them like that. And that's how we get like the little tooth corners. And that's how we can make the teeth. And to top that off at the end, like we can make little, yeah, all right, that's no big deal. Honestly, that I kind of expected that, so not problem. Like make the last connection, select that, add this, make it all wonky, and yeah, put it down here somewhere. Add the line. Put the lips over it. Where did that go? Yeah. So kind of like this. Obviously we will be getting like a little bit better on that one. But what happened here? I can't put the format on that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Can I format copy? Not really. All right. See you after the ad break. Uh, I'll be right back. And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. I was just about to put some teeth on this boy, and I think we will go with like 8 teeth. Well, depending on like how many like in between thingies we have here. So let's immediately like put the correct kind of thing on that. I think I want to go with like always like this. Then like depending on where. Like is this? This is a good like teeth distribution, I suppose. Yeah, this seems to be like nice teeth distribution. Having like this one just a little to the. How about I make this like this? Doesn't that? Yeah, looks a lot better. Like this. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Maybe this needs to be a little bit more like this. Yeah, and then we can have like sort of more like this. And then we do that through the rows, basically. Yeah, we can also make like fangs. Like if I get this, yeah, this is like the perfect place to make like a fang. Because this is this is the mouth of a bear after all. So we have a fang. Yeah, that makes sense. And we do that on the other side as well. Now that I think about it, I kind of want to just duplicate this. Like I want to like make all of this disappear. Have like one single like thingamabob here. Which I suppose we need like one here to have like this like disappear behind here. But yeah, just copy and paste it on the other side, I suppose, is like the thing I want to do on this one. Yeah. Like this is fine, this is great, this is awesome. And then we just like take stuff in here. We do kind of want like the little stripes that kind of make the teeth like not one singular entity. Like we want those in there as well anyways at some point, so we just do that. Like there's no real point in not doing it like that. Nope. Not how I wanted that. There's also like how we go about the business of like how many teeth. This one's already quite fine like this. Just add it like this and put it like this. Yeah, so this is now entering a state of where I can have like a little bit of a workflow, which is nice. Where I just need this and then put this and then this is a tooth. So thanks to the internet for always having like a tutorial on hand. Like if that tutorial for some reason, like there are teeth here, and if some entity decided to like censor the page that this tutorial was on, just out of nowhere, for arbitrary reasons, I would have a serious problem because I couldn't do this. So yeah, I'm very glad that we don't live in a society like that. And with that, my teeth are mostly done. I kind of need to have this a little bit like this. What if I take that away? That's fine. Like this, right? Right. That's nice. That's nice. Okay, now we just add the like tooth lines basically. Like this. Sort of. Yeah. I'd like this to be as vertical as possible. All right, I suppose like this last one still kind of. Oh, daisy. Can the people stop try to contact me right now? I am in the middle of something. Okay, like this is a little bit more complicated because I kinda don't have like the next tooth readily available. Which kind of means I need to like do this a little bit, I suppose. We can do it like this a little bit. And then, oh yeah, we need to kind of like put them all as teeth. Group it and make a teeth. And yeah, let's see. Make a teeth. Double it and give it to the next person. We can just mirror it. That for some reason looks very terrifying. Hmm. Is there like a way? Like we can technically like make this like move a little to this side, and then I have one central tooth basically. Like there is also like maybe why a little bit of a reason why this looks so terrifying if I just put it on the copy it and put it on the other side is because like these carnivore tooth on a human would be at the third tooth from the center. So this might be one of the reasons why it looks so terrifying. It's not meant to look terrifying. Hmm. Let's try. Let's try to make this work. Like there's no real reason not to try. We'll just need to... Do I have like a mirror function? That's my mirror function. Easy peasy. Yeah. So the middle tooth kind of sucks to look at. Let's try to fix it on this side. Yeah, that's a little better. It's not perfect. Like, is this better? Probably not. Then take the whole like teeth and my bobs and put them a little bit to the left. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. All right. Let's group those teeth. Over our teeth. And oh, yeah, one of the things that kind of yeah, we can like take all of the teeth and move them over a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and now like a tongue. Yeah, so this abomination is now getting a tongue, which we can kind of draw like this, I suppose. Why is it not blocking? Not funny. Yeah, like this. This is better. We put it like this and this. And put it a lot lower. Then we make a little extension. That will basically get another, like this. Like how do I... Can I like make it curve a little bit? Suppose not. Not without another point in there, which is fine. Wait, how? Something went majorly wrong, so I will just do this again. I have a feeling, because today is Saturday, there might be a package coming. Just have a feeling, nothing very much based on any actual observation. but I have that feeling. There might be a package on the rise. Let me quickly do something here so that we can kind of have a properly enclosed vision of what I want to go for. See Daisy. And another one of these, and okay, this is not what this is supposed to look like. There's also like a completely, yeah, like that was kind of messed up. Pong, and the lips obviously above that. Also, one of the reasons why this might look weird is because of the different stroke strength. What if I just add like a stroke of 8 on these? It kind of looks better. Actually kind of looks better. Like this, it looks less scary. Like that's probably what was so uncanny about it. Yeah, this looks good. There's also, like, I want to add a little bit of laughing lines, and supposedly those are on the left, so I will be moving everything to the left, to the right a little bit. Like, let's say 100 units. And work on, like, laughing lines, which will not be, like, anything specifically. Okay. Kinda got stuck on something. Like, just some little... Nope, that's the other stuffies. Let's go for a little bit more greenish yellow or orange. I have like my style sheet basically, where I have sort of my references in. Yeah, my refs. Avatar color bases, and I have a tertiary color that I usually use for this. So let's see how the tertiary color looks. Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great. Okay. And we do like 3 of those. A little bit distorted, like a little bit different. Like, come on. Yeah, like this. Like this. Yeah, this looks great. This looks great, I suppose. And then, whoopsie daisy. You just take all of these and put them like that. Maybe this like this. Maybe this one a little bit more angled. A little closer. Maybe this one a little bit more in this direction. Yeah. Yeah, this is how I want this to be. And I kind of do want to go back into these and like get the thickness again. Oh, this is a different thickness, okay. Like if I go to the hair, what thickness is that? Like the hair base, give me a thickness. That's this one, okay. Yeah, this looks a lot better. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. I 100% agree with this. This is the laughing parts, basically. Group, the laugh visualized. All right, so that's our art. We can put this back to the 0 point, which is nice. And now we need to export it. So we go to the selection again, like we select everything again. Oh, it does not count as if it's in the object. That's why it doesn't get selected. Yeah, that looks like a laughing boy. That's awesome. And again, we kind of can export this to a horrendously big resolution and export it as laughing. Yes, I know. It exists already. I know that. Ouch. Anyways, I think this is currently a good point to kinda go to yeah, we are basically done with today. Yes, save it please. We are basically done with today. So on to the just chatting. Because today was like a mixed day. And there is a certain dinosaur that I want to raid today because he's having a birthday marathon. So for everyone who is there, uh, we can raid. We can raid in like a little bit. I do kind of I don't really have a lot to say about today. Like the Shenzhen, the Shenzhen IO and Last Call BBS were quite manageable today because I think mostly because they are like the first puzzles. But I've already noticed like there are moments where if I keep talking, I just make very stupid mistakes. So yeah, we can I don't know. If there's like popular demand, like if you want to if you want if you really want to see that again, then you can write an email to the email in my about section with feedback. Like if you want to see that again, absolutely do that. That's how feedback reaches me, basically. Other than that, it was fun like to have like the early like the first levels basically. But I don't know. It's not 100% like I do if I just get distracted, like nothing gets done, basically. it's, I don't know if it's really fitting for my kind of streams. It is fun though. Like I love the games. They are awesome. But I don't know if my style fits with that ease. I want like there is like this flow that I really like, and I don't think with puzzle games I can really get into this flow because I have to think about stuff. Like that's the thing that's mostly stopping me from playing like these kind of puzzle games because it's I have to stop to think. I can't keep talking because when I talk, I think about the things that I will say that does not really fit into the concept of solving a puzzle, at least for me. So, yeah, this is sort of predicament because I just by playing like these first three levels, I kind of want to play these games again. But on the other hand, they just don't really fit into what I'm very comfortable with doing. Like I really like just just messing around, but that's not really helpful in most of these kind of games, especially if you have to like connect cables and stuff. I mean, you've seen me start like making some sort of counters to make like to save basically the state of what is like the starting point, just because I didn't like take the scan out first. Like I made a whole contraption to save whatever thing was at the start, just because I was already like so far ahead that that I didn't like think about the that the scanner might have like a output for what it's scanning. So yeah, I think like these kind of things might be better. Like Jay definitely does that kind of thing better. Like I'm not really made for making content in that form. But if you want to like see someone who does do these games very well, uh, I would recommend watching Jay. Where's Jay? Where's Jay? Those are all emotes. Uh, let me quickly go to his channel to grab his username real quick. That is not his username. That's something I saved before. And now he's gone. Ooh. Copy. Why does it not copy? I explicitly clicked right and copied. Thank you. Yeah. Um, Jay is a lot better at these type of games. Like, if you want to follow him, and also shout him out like this. Oh, right. It's probably shout out. Yeah. If you want to see like properly how these games are properly played on stream, you can follow Jay. He does them very well. He actually does them right. While I fear that's not really like the thing I'm very particularly made of to do. So yeah, for me it will be more like the like currently it's games like Ratchet and Clank, for example. I've played Ratchet and Clank for most of my life. I think that there's more time I've spent playing Ratchet and Clank than doing anything else. So yeah, these types of games are my types of games. And yeah, I fear that like if it's not like in multiplayer, and even in multiplayer, I think like there's probably a point. Oh, I'm so sorry. Mm, there's probably a point in multiplayer because I tend to, after a certain amount of time in factory games in a multiplayer, I just mentally check out and just chill in the world, which is obviously not great for other people. Like playing with other people and you're just chilling in the world is kind of, yeah, not really participating in the game, I suppose. So yeah, I'll probably like I'll probably stick with what I have been sticking to. But if yeah, if there's like a demand to playing these kind of games, then let me know. Like as again, I have the feedback email. Like you can always just send me an email with feedback. And if you want that like I play more of that, go ahead and then submit that feedback. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, I will upload the emotes that we made today. And next time we will have more emotes. And today, as I said before, I would like to rate a blue dinosaur called Dr. Blue, who is currently having a birthday marathon. And if you want to join, we have two rate messages. One is the normal rate message, and two is the subscriber rate message. The subscriber rate message is probably not going to be used today because I will be grabbing the normal rate message. And yeah, if you want, you can rate. You don't necessarily need to stay at his birthday party. But how I do things when I rate is I usually leave a follow and see if the content of that person is for me. And yeah, if I don't like the content, I unfollow later. Usually, like that's how I usually do things. Sometimes I forget to follow, like that happens too. But yeah, I would love if if you raid with me. I will now start the raid, which is Dr. Blue. Yeah, wish him a happy birthday, and I hope to see you again on Monday. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to my chatters and lurkers. And yeah, I hope to see you again. Have a nice weekend and goodbye.